All right, boys and girls, I have my sunglasses on and my chapstick, sunblock, and my Band-Aids, and my coffee, and my lunch bag. So that could only mean one thing. That means today we are going on a field trip, and we're going on a field trip outside. So I've got to make sure that I've got my sunscreen because I don't want to get sunburnt, my Band-Aids in case somebody gets hurt, but I am ready for a field trip with you. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about our field trip. So we are going to a place called Simply Country Ranch, and you have a packet about this field trip in some of your work that you got a couple weeks ago. So if you need to pause the video right now, go pause it and go get that packet because I'm going to go over the stuff that's in there, okay? All right, so in that packet of stuff, I'm going to flip my phone around so you can see what you have, but you should have in it a piece of paper that looks like this. I think yours is black and white, but still it should say Simply Country Ranch on the top. And that is a field trip that we are going to. All right, the first page of that is a KWL chart. Okay, so before we go on our field trip, so before you do anything else, you need to fill in this green column with stuff. And it says, what do you know about ranch life? So in that green column, I want you to write stuff that you already know about a ranch, about living on a ranch, or being on a ranch, or working on a ranch, or animals that live on a ranch. Anything that you think you know about a ranch, I want you to go ahead and write it in that green column right there. Now yours isn't green, but it starts with the letter K. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and do that. All right, then after you finish the K column, you might need to pause me for a minute. I want you to go to the W column, and I want you to write, what do you want to know about ranch life? So if you were going to be able to ask somebody about a ranch, what are some things that you would want to know? And I want you to write them in that middle box, okay? Anything that you want to know about a ranch. Maybe what animals live at a ranch? What kind of food do animals eat on a ranch? What do you do on a ranch? What is a ranch? Maybe all of those are questions that you want to ask, but they go in that middle column, and then you're done with that page for right now. You're going to stop on that page, and then you're going to come back to it later, okay? So you are going to complete this K column and this W column, and then you're going to stop for right now, okay? Now, after you do that, I have given you a link that you're going to click on your lesson plan page. So on here, it's going to say, learn more about Simply Country Ranch by clicking on the link below. And I'm going to put the link here. You need to click on that, and it's going to tell you information about this ranch. You're going to watch 14 minutes of a tour of this ranch. Okay, there's going to be a lady on there who's my friend, and she's going to tell you about the ranch. All right? Okay, after you finish with those, in your next packet, I'm going to go through all the pages, and then you can do that. Okay? So the next sheet in your packet is this, a scavenger hunt. How many things can you find on your field trip? Drag and drop. So you're going to put check marks with what you find. So you might want to look at this sheet while you are watching the video. And whenever you see a bale of hay, I want you to check it. Whenever you see a perching chicken, check it. A mama duck, a barn. Rupert the ram. I bet you're going to meet a ram named Rupert. And all these other things, when you see them, if you see them in the video, I want you to put a check mark in the box beside the item. So you might want to have that paper with you while you're watching the video on Simply Country Ranch, okay? All right, the other pages that are in there. All right, we have a page next that ranches can, have, and are. So for ranches, what is something ranches can be? So like ranches can blank. Ranches can blank. Okay, if you can write a sentence using ranches can, then I want you to fill in the blank and write those words that you would use in the blank right here. Okay, this middle part, ranches have. What are things that ranches have? So ranches have animals. Ranches have workers. Whatever you learn about ranches, what they can have goes here. And ranches are blank. ranches are blank, okay? You do not have to fill in all of these. You don't have to have 4 things for each one. At least have 1 or 2 for each of them, but you don't have to do all 4. But I want you to answer those sentences about ranches, okay? Then the next paper that you have is a true or false. So when you're listening about ducks, I want you to write true or false. So ducks swim in waterways. They're going to tell you about ducks. And so if that is true, I want you to put a T in the box. If it is false, good night, buddy. I love you. If that is false, then you're going to put false. So you're going to watch, when you're watching the page about ducks, you're going to hear that lady, the lady that's taking you on her tour. When she tells you that you're getting ready to learn about the ducks, I want you to have this page out. And I want you to do true or false with these questions. She's going to tell you all the answers. You just have to write T or F. Same thing with the chicken. When you get to the chicken part of your field trip, I want you to write true or false. Chickens eat hay, T or F. Chickens lay eggs in nesting boxes, T or F. You're going to write the T or F when she's talking about the chickens. Same thing with the sheep. Whoops, I got to click on it. And same thing with the cows. Okay, so each section and the barn. So each one of those sections are the same thing. So you have several true or false pages. You have one on the barn, the cow, the sheep, the chicken, and the duck. So when you're learning about each of those 5 places, I want you to have the sheet in front of you that matches it, and I want you to put true or false in the box wherever it goes. Okay? Now the next few things I'm going to tell you about are optional. Okay? Optional means like you don't have to do all of them. Okay? The next pages, I want you to listen very carefully, because if you don't listen right now, you're going to do a lot of work that you don't have to do. Okay? So listen carefully. All right, on the next pages, you have a page like this about ducks. You have one about chickens. You have one about sheep, about cows, and ranchers. I want you to choose 2 of those. Any 2 you want, okay? You can do cows and sheep, or you can do ranchers and sheep. I don't care. There's 5 pages. You only have to pick 2 of those pages. There's 5. You're only doing 2. And you're telling me what you learned about that thing. So on this one, about ranchers, what are things you learned about ranchers? If you chose to do the cows, what did you learn about cows? If you chose the sheep, what did you learn about sheep? Okay, you don't have to do all of those pages. Just choose 2 of the 5. Okay, got it? All right, so let's look back down here. I think the last one, I can't remember, to be honest with you, what Miss Burton sent you, because the last 2 pages are about field trip memories. Okay. I am not sure if she sent you both of them, so here's where your mom and dad might need to listen. On my screen, I have this page and I have this page. I don't remember if we sent you both of them or just one of them. If we sent both of them, you only have to do one. You can pick whichever one you want to do. If we only sent one of them, which I think this is the one we might have sent, I want you to do this one. Okay, if we send it. If not, you can pick either of the 2. But on this sheet, what you would do is, one thing I learned at Simply Country Ranch was blank. My favorite animal was the blank because blank. And my favorite part of the trip was blank. And you would just fill in the blanks on those sheets. You don't have to write them on any other paper. My phone is getting ready to die, so I've got to find a charger somewhere before I lose you. So you just choose, if she put both of those sheets in there, choose whichever one you want to do. If she didn't, and she only put one, then you have to do that one. Okay, because I'm sorry, I don't remember. It was so long ago, and I don't remember right now. Sorry, boys and girls, my phone's about to die. I don't even know if this is charging. Okay, all right, so let me go back over these again real quick for you, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go back through, oh, you can see what I had for food today. Okay, all right, so at the beginning, You have to do this and this before you watch the video, what you already know and what you want to know about ranch life, okay? Then you're gonna watch the link I sent you about the field trip, about the ranch, and while you're watching, you are going to do the scavenger hunt, and you are going to tell me what ranches can, what ranches have, what ranches are. Then you're gonna do a true-false page about ducks, a true-false page about chickens, one about sheep, one about cows, one about ranches. Then you have to pick one, you have to pick two of the following. There's 5 choices. You can either do ducks, chickens, sheep, cows, or ranchers. You have to choose 2 of those pages to do. I don't care which 2. 2 of these to complete about what you learned about that thing on our trip. Then you have to do a field trip memories page. Just fill in the blank. And then I don't think we gave you the word search. If we did, you can do it if you want to. It's optional. I don't think we sent it though. And then once you're done with all that, the very last thing you have to do is come back up here on this first page and write, what did you learn about the ranch? Okay, tell me some things that you learned. And that is all we are doing today. Today, all we are gonna do is we are going to go on this field trip to the country ranch, and we are gonna make up for lost time. Since we didn't get to have a field trip, I thought this would be super fun, and it kind of wraps up animals that we've been talking about, and it's kind of like Lazy Five, not really. We don't get to see animals, but you can see them on the video. So after you have watched this, I want you to click on the link to watch my friend at the farm, or the ranch, tell you all about the things you see there, and then I want you to complete this packet. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to, you do not have to submit this packet to me today. Okay, here's what I want you to do. This is another set of directions, so you've got to listen. I want you just to type an email saying, we had fun on the field trip, okay? Just tell me like, we went on the field trip, I did the field trip, I went on your field trip today. Just send me an email saying you did it. And then when you come to school on Thursday to see me, I want you to bring your packet and turn it into me. Okay, that's the easiest way to do it because there's a lot of pages and that's a lot of stuff to have to take pictures of, and I don't want you to do that. So you can bring it to me on Thursday. Okay? All right, boys and girls, I hope you have fun today. I looked at this field trip earlier and I think it's super neat, all the things that you're gonna see. But I hope you have fun on it. Remember to drink a lot of water because I don't want you to get dehydrated at the ranch, and make sure you put your sunscreen on because I don't want you to get sunburn either. And if you need a Band-Aid, you just let me know and I'll help you out, okay? All right, I love you and I hope you have fun today.